Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. I'm gonna have to be honest with this one. There is no real story in this Earth's Defense Force. I swear most of the time it feels like all you're doing is running. The other half feels like you're killing an infinite amount of ants and spiders, and aliens occasionally thrown into the mix. As far as having a narrative or any kind of story, it's pretty much non-existent. Sure, EDF was never known for its story, but having nothing is a bit lacking. At least occasionally you get some cheesy dialogue thrown randomly out by the soldiers, and that's pretty funny, but very, very rare. Overall, I really, really wish there was some type of story here. So, with EDF, well, the graphics are something to admire. That in 2011, we can still have graphics that resemble 2006 so well. Alright, I'm kidding. EDF's cheesy design works pretty well with its kind of like piss poor raw graphics. I have to be fair though, I never judged the last EDF harsh, so I won't judge Armageddon all that much, especially if it is a budget title and it's, you know, $40 and they know it's a budget. The feel of the oldness is there, but it's easy to look past when it's trying to be such a cheesy, you know, B-type movie, and it captures the atmosphere pretty well. Now the gameplay. This is where EDF begins to really majorly fail. Okay, let's talk about the gameplay and break the good and the bad down. Earth's Defense Force is taking a typical third-person shooter and placing you in a huge city split up by all chapters. All 3 chapters have sections in which you have to progress through. The game is only 15 levels, but unlike the last EDF, each level will take you anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. Where some in the last title would take you like a minute or two to beat. However, to be honest, I'd rather have the shorter levels. Long levels for this game feel overdrawn and just get repetitive far quicker for that reason. The shooting is standard shooting, and even throwing in turrets and mechs once in a while to control really doesn't make the overall gameplay that much more interesting. The main draw of the game though will definitely be upgrading your class with new weapons and such. Each mission you complete will reward you with money, and you also find weapons and such on the field after killing bad guys. So there's plenty to collect in that respect, and each class feels pretty different, so you might want to mix and match with all the different classes to see which one suits you best. The other main draw would probably be the split screen or the 4-player co-op online. Both features can help tone down the repetitive nature of the title. Playing with friends always helps make a game more fun. Take a look at like the new Super Mario Bros. Or Army of Two. Still, this doesn't completely save the game from its true faults. The game is simply going to give you a very, very, very repetitive structure, similar to the Dynasty Warriors titles. The main focus will be defend an area for a good 10 minutes, or take out a mini-boss in that area, then progress into the next section. The defending is annoying and too long for its own good, and the mini-bosses sometimes take forever to take down. Sure, better upgraded weapons help you so it doesn't take that long after a while, but in the beginning, taking 10 minutes to take down a little ship is a pain in the fucking ass. And it's even longer if you plan on playing this on hard, or Inferno. So with overlong bosses, overlong defending sections, and overall bad gameplay structure, the game has quite a few flaws that are hard to miss. EDF Insect Armageddon. You really just didn't fulfill everything I wanted. I have to say I felt this EDF was very lifeless in comparison to the last. I felt the fun, cheesy vibe, the silliness, and overall mindless fun in the last EDF, and it provided it in such a fun way. Insect Armageddon didn't provide any of those things. It just felt boring, pushed out to make some money off the brand name. It's a budget title, so don't expect amazing game. That's the excuse you'll hear many give it. However, looking back at 2017, it was more varied. It was more full of life and fun, and well, this one just comes up fucking short. I didn't really enjoy my time with EDF all that much. Some interesting ideas thrown in the mix, but overall it really feels borderline fucking boring, and it fails to live up to the last EDF or the ones previous to that. I'm gonna have to give this game no higher than a 5.
Lightning. Unknown Ravager.